We do have a caller on the line. Thank you so much for holding, Tashina. Tashina is from Jackson, and welcome to Law Call, and you can ask your question now.
Yes. I recently had a slip and fall, and I had a previous injury. So when I had the slip and fall, I re-injured that particular leg, and I was already walking with a cane. So I'm trying to find out, and it didn't have any wet floor signs out, and it was actually storming outside. I'm trying to find out, do I have a good case? Because I talked to the attorney and it was willing to settle out of court. So should I get a lawyer or should I just go ahead and go with the settlement?
Oh, thank you so much for your call. I'm so sorry to hear about your injury. Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna break it down to Sheena without knowing how much they're offering pre-suit and whether you need an attorney. I don't know. I would always defer to speaking with an attorney. And go sit down. It doesn't cost anything to speak with me or any other personal injury attorney. Generally speaking, they're not going to charge you unless you sign a contract. So I would give those facts to a lawyer. Talk about your injuries. Talk about what they're offering. Let the lawyer give you some advice. But here, I want to talk briefly. I've handled similar cases. It's raining outside. They walk into a convenience store or whatever it is, or a restaurant. And in my particular case, in the same situation I had, was they didn't have rugs out. So there was nowhere for the individuals to dry their feet when they entered a store. And it's reasonable to assume people are tracking water in. And that's exactly what happens. So they walk in the convenience store. They get in the store 15 or 20 feet. There's no wet floor signs. There's no cones. It's clearly wet, no fans. And that's a reasonable risk that they should have assumed or seen due to the rain outside. And she fell, and we were able to get a great recovery. So factually, do you have a great case? I can't tell you that without knowing more, specifically where you fell in the store, how long or potentially how long they had actual or constructive knowledge of the wet floor. So very fact intensive, same thing with your injuries. And you really need to know what happened, how much meds have you incurred, are you going to have future medical treatment, things like that. So absolutely consult a lawyer, get help. We work on the front end. It doesn't cost anything to come sit down with us. So I would always say err on the side of getting professional legal advice. And that's what I would do in this situation.